snow and ice agreement.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any comments or questions of Bob, our snow and ice expert?
Yeah.
None? Okay. Motion carries. Thank you. Number 2 is a resolution to authorize the highway step, the 2026 highway step chart that Bob has prepared. We'll give him the floor.
Yeah. Actually, Keith, I don't think you guys, if you want to take a look at it.
It's, well, he had the minute, it was part of the minutes, or part of the, yeah,
Oh,
so
okay.
he does
So-
have it, but, or the agenda, sorry.
And everybody else has it, right? Yeah. Okay. There's quite a few differences. The obvious difference is we went from 20 steps to 10 steps. A lot of this is for to help our employee retention. The old chart, which was 20 steps, we developed it, I think, in 2001 or 2, and we just kept each year clicking off the bottom percentage to just keep the values going like that. I think in 25 years or 24 years, the chart has become obsolete with the top values on it. So what I did is I called around the most of the towns on the highways on the west side of Genesee River and got a lot of their values, and this kind of plugged in to the middle, just to the higher mid-range. And I took our foreman, working foreman, HEO, MEO labor, and I'm not sure if I did seasonal. I didn't, but I don't know why that's on there, but or labor. One of them shouldn't be on there. But anyways, and then I worked backwards, 3% each step. So my goal was to cut the 8-year from step 0 to step 20 to 5 years from step 0 to step 10. So we took every other step out and made it a 3% step, if you can understand that. The right below where I can kind of go through that. So each step is a 3% increase instead of 1.5% with the old chart. You'll get 1 merit raise per year, where we used to do for new employees a merit raise every 6 months for 2.5 years, but they were only 1.5% up to 2 steps, which was 3%. Now we're taking those and we're just kind of scrunching them down a little bit. The reviews, I thought it might be a good idea to have. I know we went back to reviews, or not went back to, we started reviews a few years ago on their anniversary date, which we ended up getting it to work okay, but it's kind of all over the place.
It's cumbersome.
It's cumbersome for, I think, anybody who's got to do all the record keeping. So my idea was to have the reviews for all the employees in June, to keep it away from the January cost of living raise. We're kind of got convoluted at that time. If you got a 2% cost of living, then a 3 or 6% raise didn't jive in the chart. This gives us some time to get it to jive in the chart a little bit. So you're not eligible for a raise until your probation is completed, which is 1 year. So whatever value we hire you at, you work that year. We figure it out. And if you're going to continue working on us, then you're eligible for raises. And it gets us through 1 plow season, 1 construction season, so I get a good read on the employee. You get a 2-step increase with a satisfactory review once a year in June. And then when the employee reaches step 10, they're only eligible for a cost of living raise after that. So that's the highest value right now, and that will click off 1 value each year at this point, I believe, just to keep it going with the cost of living. So, and obviously all raises are subject to department head and town board approval. One of the reasons why we also did this chart is it gives me ability to hire somebody at the middle range instead of at the 0, step 1 or step 2. And let's see, the best way to explain it is, if I hire somebody at step 1 and they're with me in the old chart for 2.5, 3 years, they're at step 4 or 5 or 6 or 7. And then I hire somebody who possibly has the same skill level or maybe a little more at around the same step as they are. Those people, the new person automatically gets 2.5 years of raises, which separates them, till they get to the top, and they'll probably never catch them if they stay in that chart. This gets people to the top faster. Obviously, you're always going to have differences in their pay, but it'll get them closer a lot faster. So with that, I'll take any questions anybody has. There are a few issues I have to work out. There is I think 3 people who have reviews between January 1st and May 1st. So my thought this year, or not May 1st, June 1st, when you would have this, my thought this year was if I took everybody and reviewed them at the person who has the earliest review date, which I think is in May, and review everybody that date, then that gets us through the following, knowing that they're not going to get a raise till the following June. So I think instead of having those guys get reviews and raises before, I think there's 3 of them. It's only a month.
Your end, right?
Yeah.
At Highway. Okay, so we have.
Yeah, so I'm not sure. I don't know about the clerks. The clerk chart, I did the same thing too. I did not call around. I just took the same percentage value and added it to the top of theirs, which I think to me looks very fair. I thought the clerks, we took clerk 3 out of it, right? That was, I think, from the old one.
Oh yeah,
Took it out.
3
It
was
just-
never being used, so we just took it
It
out.
just seemed a little obsolete to me.
Yep.
For that
Agreed.
type of pay, and what I have on the values at the top seem fair.
So you want to start this in January?
Well,
Only because, well, that's we just need to work out some of those kinks.
yeah,
Right?
there's a few things I got to work out with it yet, which are pretty easy. I mean, I've
Right.
already had thought a lot about it, so.
It's just this again. I think we talked about that as starting the starting rate. You're going to take the old their current rates and add the 2% COLA.
Yeah,
So that's their starting rate in January 1st.
Right.